Hey guys, this is Miss Hooper, and I'm still working on the Queen finale piece for the Royal Orchestra Camp. Now I'm on to the Bohemian Rhapsody section of this mashup. This is the part in Bohemian Rhapsody that gets real raucous, full-blown heavy metal, drums, guitars, the whole works. And here are my challenges. I haven't spent much time on it, but just gazing on it, this is what I see coming. It is in 12/8 time. What that's going to mean is that there's 4 beats in the measure, but instead of the beats being divided equally in twos, like 1 te, 2 te, 3 te, 4 te, it's going to be 1 teta, 2 teta, 3 teta, 4 teta, or 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So, but that's not the only challenge. Even though that's the beat is basically divided into threes. The notes are divided into two, so there's going to be a lot of times where they're meshing together and when they're colliding. It's called a hemiola, a fancy word for it, basically. What you need to know is that it's going to be very off if I don't precisely get it. So here's how I'm going to learn it. Here's how I'm going to break it down. On my metronome, or metronome app, I have the key signature, and I have it set. If you can see the subdivision, this is the tonal energy app. The subdivision is set for triplets, as the 3/8 notes connected together for the triplets. So when I turn it on, it's going to sound like this. 1 teta, 2 teta, 3 teta, 4 teta. Now I'm going to go an extra step, and I'm going to hit accent on here so that I hear the first beat of every measure. So I'm going to hear 1, 2. Oh, just listen to it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hear that? So I have it set like that. Right now, I have it set for 60. That's not for the individual clicks. That's for the beat. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 teta, 2 teta. So I'm going to start slow and build up from there. Now, what I'm going to work on right now, there's a lot of quarter notes. I'm not going to show you the music because of copyright, but and quarter notes have 2 eighth notes in them instead of 3, so I have to figure out how to play a 2 against 3, and this is what I'm going to use to figure it out. Okay, so wish me luck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Okay, so pretty good start, but you can hear, I think you can hear the conflict I'm having, the 2 against 3. I did jump in a little bit on a beat near the end, so I'm going to try it again. Because I get so used to playing in between the beats or off the beats that when something's supposed to land on the beat, I can very easily miss it. So I have to know when to play on and when to play off. So let's try that again. Okay, so I'm going to, I actually didn't mean to quite go so far for this video, but you kind of get the idea of what I'm up against. So I'm going to do that again, and this time I'm going to set the subdivision to just the dotted quarter note, where we don't hear every single eighth note. We hear the beats. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you can even see how it's moving along there like that. Sometimes the visual helps me out, sometimes it's a distraction. I think a lot of it depends on how comfortable you feel with the individual notes that you're playing. So let's try to see what happens. Let me sit right here, I can see a little bit better. And I'm not gonna play so many measures this time. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that time I got better. I almost came in early. My mind started to wander a little bit, but I got right back on. So I can do it without subdivisions, but I really have to concentrate and count. So that's going to be one of my goals, my practice goals, is to be able to really count as I play there. Let's go work on that next section, the one I started to play. 1, 2, 3. Now here, it's all quarter notes. Again, it's that triplet feel, but with quarter notes, which are in 2 eighth notes instead of 3. Duple meter, I guess you can call it. So one of the cool things about practicing this way is I get more of an idea of where the actual beat lies. And so I'm going to play through it again. I'm going to mark, and I'm actually going to mark where those macro beats are, where the 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm actually going to mark those in my part. I'm just going to draw a slash mark with my pencil so that as I practice, I know where those beats are. So let's do that again. Woo! It helps when I start on the right note. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. All right. So there we go. And it repeats later on, so I'm going to do it again in the next section. All right. So as I'm practicing and I'm marking and I'm noting those beats and the relationships between the note and the beat and the micro beats and the subdivisions and all that, I know I'm talking fancy jumbled. But as I'm marking all this and slowing it down, I'm starting to notice more relationships. And the more relationship between the note and the beat that you can discern, the easier it is to learn the music. You make those connections and everything just flows a lot better. So that's why it's always a good idea to slow it down. It's a good idea to subdivide and always have your pencil ready. So I'm going to try this again. Okay, so I think you get the idea. I don't want to make this video too long. But again, I'm noticing more relationships. I'm going to make a little pencil note here for my own sake. And again, I hope you find this useful in breaking things down. Your music may not be at the same level as mine. Yours may be simpler or even more advanced. But I hope that you're taking away good practice strategies to use. Have a good one.